Today's traveler is looking to connect with the destination. Luxury is no longer defined by the aesthetics and etc. It's more defined. I would even change its term from luxury travel to sustainable travel. Our industry is a people industry.
Yeah.
This smile I'm seeing from you, you will never get it from a robot.
Yes.
You understand? So to me,
Yeah.
AI is aiding us to deliver a better service. Can we come back to this?
All right.
This is a tough one.
Alrighty, welcome to Views and Vibes with JVan. My name is DJ JVan, and thank you so much for tuning in to the number one travel and tourism podcast in the entire world. And of course, today, as always, we love to make sure that we visit different places every time we give you an episode. And today, we are recording live from Victoria Falls Safari Lodge. A lot of people like to call it a Surf Lodge, and of course we are here because our guest is actually the head of sales and marketing here at Africa Albida
Can we correct
Tourism. Yes. Please don't tell me there's been another promotion.
I'm now the sales and marketing director.
All right, you are now the sales and marketing director. Congratulations, man. you keep rising.
Thank you.
Every year.
Thank
I'm
you.
jealous. And introducing Mr. Arnold Musonza. Thank you so much for having us.
Sure.
It's been a long time coming. I've always said, I need us to do this. And, given particularly what I want to talk about today, a luxury travel, I just thought, the best person to actually speak to is Mr. Musonza.
Thank you so much, JVan, and welcome to Victoria Falls Safari Lodge. We definitely would want to engage and have a conversation around the subject you've brought together. It's always a pleasure to meet you.
It's always a pleasure, my brother.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, travel is changing, luxury is being redefined, there's artificial intelligence, there's a whole lot to talk about, and also there's this reshaping of how people, plan their trips. So basically that is what I actually want us to get into. And maybe, I think the first thing being, when people think about, luxury travel,
Yes.
a lot of times in the mind of a person, you're going to think about the accommodation.
Yeah.
You're going to think about, the 5-star, But what is today's traveler actually looking for?
Today's traveler is looking to connect with the destination. Luxury is no longer defined by the aesthetics and etc. It's more defined by being rooted, being grounded, where people connect with the destination and where they feel the destination speaks to their individual needs. Each one of our travelers, they travel for different reasons.
Yes.
And you need to be able to provide that level of service and product that connects to the individual, that understands that each individual, when they travel, they have a specific need that they want to fulfill. And that is where luxury starts getting defined. Are you understanding the individual? There's some people that come here for the destination because it's a 7th natural wonder of the world. But there's some people that come here to connect with the people. There's some people that come here to connect with the cuisine of the destination. So luxury is defined at various levels in terms of what the guest needs and the destination being able to meet those needs.
And speaking of trends, for example, what are the most trending, what are the current trends in the industry?
I must say there are quite a number. We've seen quite a bit of family travel, the multi-generational travel, where the grandparents travel with their children and their grandchildren. Yes. Yeah. And we've started also seeing a bit more of the solo traveler, that traveler who really wants to travel on their own. They want to come into the destination. They're taking it slower and easier, and they're not rushed. They want to really get immersive in the destination, where they get to go into the communities to meet with the people. They go into the markets to see what goes on there. They come in, they go into a restaurant where they enjoy their meal unrushed. So we're beginning to see a bit much more of that travel is not just about groups. It's not about families. It's actually now about individuals as solo travelers that are also beginning to emerge as a new trend that we are seeing at the moment.
Yeah, but now something that I find quite interesting. Economically, the world is quite facing, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You cannot go to any country, be it, your first world or whatsoever. The issue of economy is a little bit of a struggle. But with that still, there is increase in people traveling. How can we explain that?
You see, traveling, you need to understand it from not just a need. It's really a culture. You learn more and become a bit wiser when you travel.
Yes,
so
that's true.
It's people who continue to travel. I mean, even during periods of war, people who travel because people want to learn more. They want to at least live each day with a different experience. Yes. So you will notice that people will never stop traveling. I mean, if you want to look at travel in its all various forms, we travel for funerals. Yes. We travel for weddings.
Yes.
We travel for leisure, just to relax and enjoy. So there are different reasons why people travel. We travel for business. So you will notice that travel will never stop. It will come, but in its various forms, and will continue. And certain types of travel will increase, like the leisure travel, because the world is stressful, eh? People need.
That's why I wanted to say, how is leisure travel increasing at a time when economies world over, and also the world is, there's wars, there's all these kind of things. How is leisure travel, increasing?
It's increasing because of mental health issues as well. People really want to get away from the rat. They want to get away from their regular routines and go somewhere fresh, somewhere different, somewhere where they can just take off their guard and just relax and really rejuvenate, because a lot of the things you mentioned are stressful.
Yes.
So people need to take themselves away from the normal environment into a different environment that allows them to relax. And that's where our businesses come in, to give people those spaces where they can relax and be able to rewind and also reload for
We're talking about people collecting experiences as opposed to collecting possessions.
Precisely.
As they used to.
Precisely.
Yes.
You will notice that a lot more people really are about that. Building experiences, building connections. I mean, like those solo travelers, you will find they will meet somebody new here, they make friends. The next thing is the two of them sharing a table or going on an activity together. So it's more about experiences. And experiences are what luxury we were talking about is built around experiences and experiences that speaks to the individual needs as well.
Now I want to talk more about the affluent traveler. What is it that they are willing to pay more for in 2026?
The affluent traveler is that person who has been there, who has done that, who can afford that, and they are now more again looking at their individual needs. For instance, there are some people that would come here for the art, to look at art. And they are prepared to pay to stay for a week or to stay for 5 days, because they know that there are artists locally that do various types of art. So the affluent traveler is now more paying for a destination or a facility or a hotel that gives them that individualized experience of what it is that they want. There are those that come to experience the destination cuisine, for instance. They will come here where they will talk to you to say, you know what, I want to be able to try your gango. There's this dish that you're doing as locals, which has become popular, which is trending. I want to be able to experience that. I want to be able to go to the Boma and experience something different. I want to be able to go to the Victoria Falls Hotel and experience something different. Or I want to be able to go to Dust Road and experience something different. I want to go to the Got and experience something. So people have different needs. And with those different needs, we also then see that their traveling is aligned to their needs. And that affluent traveler would define their itinerary according to their needs. And they will be able to pay the top dollar for that experience.
Now I want us to compare that one with the one 10 years ago. Like in the past 10 years, where has been the shift to the affluent traveler? What they want now, what they're looking for now, compared to, maybe say back in 2016, 15 there.
I would say previously it was more coming to the glamour and glitz of places and locations and but right now it's about authenticity.
Okay.
They are now wanting to connect with the destination. For instance, I mean, they would want to come and connect with what we have here, thatch and timber, not the same thing that they have in New York or in London. So the affluent traveler of yesteryear is one who understands the uniqueness of each destination, and they're traveling to those destinations to experience it in its authentic original self. So that is the affluent traveler that we are beginning to see emerging at the moment.
How would you say how important is now cultural immersion when it comes to our
very
current
critical
travelers?
very critical. If you remember when you asked me why would people still travel during this period where there is all the chaos in the world, it's as well about that cultural immersion where people want to understand the next person. I think I must say the whole world is learning from Africa. The concept of Ubuntu. You are because I am.
Yes.
People are now beginning wanting to understand a bit more about the other person, about the other destination, and about the other cultures, and wanting to really immerse themselves so that they appreciate it. I mean, look at in Brazil with the carnival. Millions of people go there to experience that.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And it's things like that. And here you can also see the same way people come through to really appreciate and immerse themselves in our Zimbabwean culture. You've seen people that they have tears in their eyes to say, "Jesus, I don't want to go back."
Oh,
this,
yeah.
I did not expect.
Because they've fallen in love with us. They've fallen in love with the culture. They've fallen in love with the people.
Correct.
Yeah, they want to become part of it.
Exactly.
They wish they could take it with.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's something that's a little bit impossible.
Correct.
And also, one of the biggest conversations right now in tourism is the issue of sustainability. It's been like that over the years, with the whole green tourism, sustainable tourism and everything. But what I want to understand from you, is sustainability really a reality when we are coming to tourism, or it's just mainly marketing talk in the reality of this particular space in luxury tourism?
Thank you very much. I mean, if you talk about sustainability, I'll even take you back to our culture.
Yes.
Me, in my culture, my totem is eland.
Yes.
The eland, the biggest antelope.
Yes.
And you know why our elders did that? Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know why our elders did that?
To
give totems.
To give totems. No.
It's the first concept of sustainability.
Okay.
They knew that when you're eland, you don't eat eland. If you're elephant, you don't eat elephants. If you're nyati, the buffalo, you don't eat it. That brought equilibria in the ecosystem. And right now, us living the concept of sustainability today is basically living our whole Zimbabwean culture and how our elders have always looked at conservation and sustainability. Because even the birds, you have got the nyonis.
Yes.
They are different, Yes. And you would notice that as a nyoni, you wouldn't kill a bird to eat it.
Yes, I
what
understand
does that mean? That means you would protect birds. The birds would be sacred to you. You understand? So if you look at sustainability, it is the way of life. If we do not live sustainably, we will be dinosaurs. That's why dinosaurs are dinosaurs.
Yes.
They destroyed or they consumed everything that was there to their extinction.
Yes.
So I must say, conservation, sustainability, community, and how businesses are run are concurrent. These terms are not about fiction. They are reality. Because if we do not conserve what we have today, the generations of tomorrow may not have that. Let's look at the rhinos.
Yes.
Do you know if it wasn't for the conservation elements and efforts and monies being put into conserving the rhinos we have? I mean, the white rhinos,
we wouldn't have
them. The black rhinos would be just seeing them in the books. So sustainability, most of our industry it should be in our DNA. It should be the way we do business.
Yes.
And for us as a business, it's exactly what we do. Like I was showing you, this whole estate, it's unfenced. We allow wildlife to move freely. We do not have any non-indigenous plants within our estate.
Oh, okay.
We even had elephants some years back destroying our trees here. We had to replant over 4,000 mopani trees that you see here. We had to replant that.
That's good information. When we're coming through, the cameraman was asking me, these trees, did they bring them in? At least now we know the truth. They're all indigenous here.
Indigenous. We do not have non-indigenous plants at all within our estate, because we want to respect and protect what we have in its natural state. You see, when you're walking in our gardens, you're meeting a pumba, you're meeting warthogs, you bushback, you have mongoose, anything. And we want that fauna and flora to flourish, because that's what makes our industry what it is. I mean, you see our guests when they were watching the vouchers or watching the water hole, they're seeing all sorts of gaming coming through. It is because we're operating the business sustainably and allowing our business to exist, at the same time allowing the nature to flourish.
You know, when you were speaking about the original version of sustainability, you mentioned the Remofu, and you mentioned the Nyonis and the Nyatis. You know what came to my mind is that me, I'm a Spanda. And it's good because my surname, a lion is not eaten anywhere in the world.
Exactly.
But with you guys now, it's nice meat. you
True
can taste it. But anyway, moving on. I spoke about the past decade to say, okay, from 26 to from 16 to 26. But now, looking ahead, how do you see luxury tourism evolving, say, in the next decade?
The luxury tourism, as we go forward, it's really, I would even change its term from luxury travel to sustainable travel. People are now much more careful and aware that their traveling has got both positive and negative impact. If they don't travel sustainably, they could destroy a destination. Which is the elements where the elements of over tourism comes in, where people go into destinations that are less populated, and they also don't go during peak season. All of them, they want to spread out so that they do not overpower the destination. You know, and put pressure on the resources for that destination, which is beginning to happen naturally. If you were reading a couple of months ago, we had issues of over tourism in countries like Spain, in Europe there, where the locals felt overwhelmed by the volumes in Barcelona and Madrid and all those places. They became overwhelmed by the tourists that come to the destination at particular periods. And there were even riots, there were even protests to say we have too many tourists coming in.
Oh wow! And should have brought them this side. But anyway,
so you've noticed that tourists and luxury traveler for the future is a sustainable traveler. There are people that are traveling for a purpose. They're coming here and they'll be riding, they'll be cycling, they'll be walking, instead of coming here with all the big cars and things like that. They're beginning to understand that their travel has potentially positive and negative impact, but they are choosing to travel in a sustainable manner where they want to have positive impact on the destination they travel and take as little out of that destination. You know, where they bring in and take out experience. They bring in money, obviously, which they pay for their experiences, but they take back more memories than they would take artifacts and things like that from the destination.
Now I want us to move because we're already in the future. Artificial intelligence is transforming many industries. Now, how do you think AI is changing, the travel planning and tourism marketing?
To be honest, AI is an amazing tool that has come onto the world space, and it has enabled people to research more and quickly get information that they need, that they could have taken a couple of phone calls or emails to various agents. But an individual guest, as you know, most guests before they travel, they research on the destination. So now with artificial intelligence, they're able to do that faster and make quicker decisions and more informed decisions of where to stay, where to go to, how to get there, and what activities to be able to experience within that destination. And to me, if anything, it has got more positive impact on destinations because they become more visible to the bigger world. Because you could be here, you can search about Brazil, or you could be here, you can search about South Africa or any other country, where you would have made a few phone calls to various travel agents. You are able to find the information on the click of a button.
Yes.
And that information is so helpful in deciding where you go and how you get there. So to me, the future is going to be exciting and interesting, because it's reshaping
not
that.
worried let me speak, say, in the tourism industry in general. Is AI worrying you? You know, in a lot of spaces, in a lot of industries, there's that whole conversation of AI taking over and stuff. But just briefly, how is it looking in marketing? How is it looking in hospitality? How is it looking in general in tourism?
In tourism, and I must say, this is the beauty of our industry. Our industry is a people industry.
Yes.
You cannot take a robot and put it there and think it will do what a human being does.
No, it will not.
This smile I'm seeing from you, you will never get it from a robot.
Yes.
You understand? So to me, AI is aiding us to deliver a better service. It's going to help the future development of our industry. Our industry is so human-based that you cannot have a robot making up my bed.
Yes.
You cannot have a robot cooking the food in the kitchen. You cannot have a robot driving a game drive vehicle into the park.
And I know they keep trying, and they're saying, you know, obviously we'll be able to do these things, but I think the industry requires human attachment. It requires that.
I can assure you, my view on it is that we will have better performing staff and better service delivery in our industry because of AI. When our staff and our teams that deliver service to our guests are more informed and are more aware, where, for instance, how many times have you been on a game drive and the guide gets asked questions and he's like, I'm not sure. But can you imagine with AI now, he can be able to quickly research and can say, oh, by the way, I wasn't aware of this fact, but now I've just checked, this is what happened. So to me, it really is a tool that aids us in delivering better service in our industry than takeaway jobs. I do not see elements of what we do in our industry that will be taken away by AI. I see elements where it will help us do things better. Yes, that's how I see it.
Would you say social media is like the biggest travel agent now?
I must say, actually, it is, because obviously with AI, right now you can actually see that where you needed a human being to give you a quote to help you with this, AI is able to give you all that information, and you are also able to make a decision quickly. And through the social media, it's just no longer about sharing information or jokes or funny things. It's an economy. It's an ecosystem of an economy where commercial deals are made. Because when you've gone and seen a post about Victoria Falls Safari Lodge, you're able to click the link and say, geez, I need to book there, and you'll be able to do that.
See even more of what they offer.
Correct.
But now, you know, one thing that I've always asked myself, especially when it comes to marketing, that's your forte. There's so much information online. There is a lot of information. How do you cut through the noise so that you can stand out?
Thank you. You need to be authentic. You need to be authentic. You know, unfortunately, you know, naturally, we have a misconception that everything you find online is true. But sometimes even when you use AI tools, you learn that some of the information that comes there is not accurate. So that's where the human element comes in. And also your knowledge of the industry and the product that you're providing. You need to be authentic. When you're sharing information with the market, you need to be authentic. You need to be true to the product and not really promise heaven when it's not here on earth. Be true to your brand and be true to the offering that you have, so that people can identify with you, not with this flowery language that comes through, which may misrepresent your product. So you need to be true to yourself.
Oh, wow. All right, let's move on to maybe a slightly different type of conversation. Now I want to talk about Africa, you know, the opportunities for Africa. You know, Africa is often described as one of tourism's biggest growth opportunities. Do you agree?
I agree. You know, Africa, to me, we are privileged in the sense that we have been made custodians of everything tourism that the rest of the world wants to experience. and we have it in abundance. I mean, look at space, look at the land that we have.
Yeah.
You don't find this in London, you don't find this in New York. We have vast, diverse offerings from culture, food, nature, to fauna and flora.
Our unique advantages.
Yeah. And naturally as well, I mean, I'm saying this with all due respect to the rest of the world. Naturally, as Africans, we are hospitable.
Oh, yes.
You come into my home, I'll give you my bed and I'll sleep on the floor because that's who we are. You come into my home, I've cooked a meal, we'll share what I have.
Yes.
That's naturally who we are. So this industry really is just synonymous with who we are. Yes.
Now, when competing, for example, for high-value travelers, how do African destinations compare with, you say, Europe, Asia, the Americas?
Yes. We are offering something different. You know, we offering something that you wouldn't replicate elsewhere. I mean, let's talk about the climate and the weather, for starters.
Yes.
You know, we have maybe 80% of the year where we've got beautiful sunshine. We've got beautiful weather where you can be on the beaches here in Africa, or you can be in the safari, or you can be at the pool, or you see. And then we also have got our temperate weather where, yes, like now I'm putting on a jacket, but it's not weather that is scary.
It's not that scary.
It's not scary.
Just
so to me,
you're good.
One of the key assets we have in Africa is our good weather. And secondly, the open spaces where people are able to come and travel and see something. And also our culture. We have a lot of rich cultural elements that can be experienced across the whole of Africa, which is different. Each country has got its diverse, different cultural offering that we have. Over and above that, we've got a lot of other naturally endowed elements like the wildlife and the fauna and flora that we have, which you can't find anywhere else. So in that regard, we are a natural destination for the future as well, because we still have a lot of the things that the rest of the world don't have.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow. But I've got also this question. Is Africa, when it comes to destination branding,
yes,
have we not been too reliant on the wild, on wildlife, you know, that type of thing, instead of actually branding ourselves? Have we not been too reliant on that,
True.
on our natural resources or on nature, instead of actually, you know?
You are very right there, and I'll give you an example that even speaks to what you're saying. A lot of people, especially in the international space, when you talk about Zimbabwe, the first thing that comes to their mind is the Victoria Falls.
Yes.
But Zimbabwe is not Victoria Falls.
Yes.
Zimbabwe is Matopos. Zimbabwe is Wange. Zimbabwe is Manapo. Zimbabwe is Great Zim. Zimbabwe is Eastern Highlands. We have a lot of other key resources that are, I would say, the hidden gems.
Any day is a cruise day with Galai Safaris. Bring your cooler box, bring your people, and we'll take care of the vibes on the Zambezi. Enjoy our dry cruise for just $25 or $20 for kids under 12 years. Or upgrade to an all-inclusive cruise at $50 with snacks and drinks for the ultimate chill on the water. Planning a school trip? We got you covered, just $15 per student. Galai Safaris, your affordable cruise experience in Victoria Falls. To book, call or WhatsApp 0777 011 812, and let's get you cruising.
Yes. Where does Zimbabwe currently sit within Africa's tourism landscape?
Zim, I would say, is the untapped golden goose of the African tourism space.
Why?
For a very long time, as you know, we had challenges in terms of air access into our destination, economically, but we can see that Zim is on the rebound.
Oh yes.
A lot of our travelers that were coming would do Vic Falls and run away.
Yes.
You just hop in
and
2-3 days and hop out.
Yeah.
But right now we've started seeing multi-destination itineraries where people come, spend time in Vic Falls, spend time in Hwange, go into Matopos, Eastern Highlands, and then fly out of Harare. Or people fly into Harare, go into Kariba or Manapus. You know, you have seen destinations and locations within Zim that were less traveled to. But now there's quite a lot of traffic going in there. You know, Manapus, like I've mentioned. You're talking of Eastern Highlands.
Yes.
You're now talking of Great Zim. You're talking of Matopos.
Yes.
You're talking of Hwange. They've started being Binga.
Yes,
you know?
Binga. Binga for a long time has been ignored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so you can see that Zim is coming back to its glory days.
Yes.
And I mean, we have beautiful things as well happening. I mean, you saw that Zim is launching the Harare-London route.
Yes.
Which is the most popular route,
Yes.
you know, and the route that connects Zimbabwe directly to Europe.
Yes.
Because then you have people flying from Germany into London and then connect Switzerland
to
into
Harare.
London, can connect directly into any of the European countries. They've always used Gatwick or London as the gateway to the rest of the world.
Yes.
Now it's coming back. So you can see that, and one of the key things that I know is airlines, they don't go where there's no demand.
Yeah.
So you can see that to get that route back, it's
means
a good
that something
indicator.
is happening.
So Zim, to me, like I said, is that golden gem that is coming up and shining. I mean, you also saw we won quite a lot of international awards. We got that huge mention in Forbes. And actually, I had a 1 hour interview with the Forbes team 2 days ago. They are going to feature, they're actually featuring
which
Zimbabwe.
means, would you say that, what's the current perception now of Zimbabwe? When you interact, you know, with the international...
It's the comeback kid.
And when you interact with, like, international markets?
It's exactly that. It's the comeback kid. Zim is the comeback kid. We back on where we belong, where we are now a destination, where we are sought after, where people want to come to Zimbabwe, not just to hop into Zimbabwe and go away, but they are wanting to come and spend a bit more. And you can see as well that helps the tourism strategy and agenda to get to that $5 billion revenue economy from it's achievable. It's achievable because you can see that people, instead of coming in to spend just 2 days, they're now spending 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
And I think at some point we got too comfortable with that whole thing. We would say, oh wow, we've got tourists, but they were only coming in for one night.
And I'm also saying, and I will say this with all due respect to our business and everyone else, Zimbabwe is not Victoria Falls.
Yes.
Zimbabwe is the whole country.
Zimbabwe is
and
the
we
whole
need to spread that tourist traffic across the whole country, and that also helps the whole tourism economy to grow. Because we're not growing it in a small area, which is Victoria Falls, but when it grows across the whole country, it benefits everybody. Because now you are also dealing with that element. If you remember when we were talking about sustainability, you're also decongesting destinations. So the element of over tourism or that doesn't come, because then you're saying the person who will come, they will have 2-3 nights in Vic Falls, they have 2-3 nights in Hwange, they have 2-3 nights in Matopos. They're spreading their footprint. You know, their footprint is not in one area where people are really fighting each other for space. No. They are able to spread it across the whole country. And to me, that brings the multiplier effect of that tourism dollar. Because that one tourist is now impacting various destinations and various people within Zimbabwe. And more of that is what we need to grow the tourism industry.
What would you say is Zimbabwe's most untapped opportunity within tourism?
I would say the biggest one is accessing those remote areas.
Oh, yeah.
Eastern Highlands, we need a big airport there.
Yes.
Where people can go. The Manapus I was talking to you about, we need good roads that lead Kariba. We need airlines to be going in there, so we need good roads as well. Because one of the key...
Even Binga, I think, as well.
Yes.
Hopefully when they're done with ours, Binga, it needs some proper connectivity.
It definitely does. It definitely. I know there is an airstrip that was done recently in Binga. I think it's a year or 2 years ago.
All right.
But we need to have an airport there. We need, again, to me, it's connecting all those nodes together, making it easier for tourists to travel.
Definitely.
That is very critical.
Now, I just want to challenge you a bit.
Yes.
Say you're given the opportunity to market Zimbabwe.
Yes.
What would be your first priority?
My first priority is let's get the air access sorted out. We can have the best product, but if people can't access it,
then there's no product.
Basically, what I'm saying to you is, you can have diamonds if they are in the ground and not mined.
Then you don't have them.
You don't have them. So right now, that is our critical challenge.
Yeah.
I would target to deal with the access as the key thing, because we do have the assets. The tourism assets are there. We need them to be accessible to the world.
Yeah.
That's, to me, with that, we unlock everything.
I think I've referenced this before in another conversation with someone else, and I'll reference it again. I was watching one of these very big UK shows, the one about cars, those guys.
Oh, Jeremy Clarkson.
Yes.
Yes.
And did you see how they brought out the Eastern Highlands?
Yes.
And when that happened, I was like, I have not seen the Eastern Highlands anywhere.
There you go.
Anyway, on my social media. Of course, I'm not saying it's never been done.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it being just put out as beautifully as it is.
It was.
You will always see the falls, and I love it because I'm here in the falls.
Yes.
But I think we need to do a lot more to expose the places that we have using the artificial intelligence, the social media, and everything. At some point, and I keep on repeating this thing, I was saying, if you live in a place and people can visit it and you're making money out of it. If everybody in Vic Falls, for example, you would wake up and say, take a picture whatever they're doing, but always hashtag Victoria Falls.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make a difference? The only time you see a hashtag Vic Falls is when there's a problem, maybe with the road. I'm like, no. That's not where the hashtag works.
Correct.
It works the other way around. It's supposed to show the beauty, the nice things, something that's going to benefit you.
Correct. And you know what? I think again it's an element that you brought up that I think we need to embrace as a country.
Yeah.
That every one of us are an ambassador for our country.
Thank you.
Wherever we are, let's share the goodness of our country.
Yes.
And that word will spread. But like I said, your point on Eastern Highlands, because of the Jeremy Clarkson motoring show, is a good example of the access I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That you can see how much interest it's created.
Yes.
But can people go there? Can people access that destination? You understand?
Yeah.
So we need to be able to also work collaboratively with people like that can bring that international and global awareness. But we need to create then a follow through by making sure people then can access those places.
Yeah.
That is the most critical thing. Yes.
I was hoping Rwanda was going. Sorry, not Rwanda. I was hoping Arsenal was going. I knew that visit Rwanda is leaving.
They're coming to Kenya. The Kenyan president is
actually
hoping that
they could visit Zimbabwe there. I mean, they're the champions.
and you know what? I can tell you one thing. That's also one of the biggest.
Because we saw it with Rwanda.
Yeah.
This works. People get interested. Why Rwanda? Who is Rwanda? They search and they're like, oh, I think I like that. Now they can visit Rwanda.
If you look at Rwanda right now, they're a good model for all of us to look at. We have way more than Rwanda has in terms of offering.
Yes.
Rwanda has got gorillas.
Yes.
And then beautiful cities.
Yes.
But
Clean cities.
Yes. But we have everything. Every single thing.
Yeah.
Except gorillas. But what I'm saying to you is, they have said this is our unique selling point for our country.
That destination branding we were talking about.
They have gone all out. I mean, which big international football team are they not involved in? Real Madrid, PSG, Arsenal, all the big ones that have got huge following.
Yes.
And their country is flourishing because of that. MICE, in terms of meetings, incentives, it's the destination of the world.
Yes.
They're even attracting MotoGP to go and
wow.
Yeah.
That's
that's
big.
big.
Yeah.
It's because they've been deliberate and intentional. And we have all those assets and more to be able to be intentional as well. And I think we're getting there. We should get there.
We should get there.
Yeah.
Things are looking up.
Oh, yeah, things are looking up.
Now, I want to talk, let's look ahead. Or before we do that, what trend is there right now, tourism trend, that's there right now, that people might be ignoring or maybe not properly understanding?
To be honest, the issue of
Or not giving enough attention?
the issue of being in tune with nature is something that I think, especially us, because we are always in nature,
Yes.
we take for granted. I mean, have you been to London? Clouds, smoke, all that
Okay.
noise and all that.
Yeah.
People
yeah.
come here, they're like, I mean, I have guests that have tears while checking in at the hotel.
Yes.
They can't imagine the peacefulness of
Yes.
this place. Clean air that they can breathe. No noise of cars hooting and skies that are all polluted and all that. So
Yes.
it's something that a lot of us take for granted, especially because we are in those spaces. But a lot of our international travelers that come, this is what they're looking for. This is what they're looking for. Those open spaces, clean air, calm spaces where they can reconnect with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say excites you the most about the future of African tourism?
I would say is the age of our people here. The generation that we have that is taking over in terms of running our industry are the young people, the technically savvy that understand the AI and etc.
Yeah.
So you can see that where the world was ahead of us, we've caught up with them.
Yeah.
Our young people are more technically savvy. They now understand. I mean, you would be telling me about what's happening in New York right now.
Yes.
That's
yes.
how connected you are. So to me, you can see that the future is bright in the sense that you understand not just your destination, you understand the global destination and the needs of the global community, and you have it right on your fingertips.
Yeah.
It's easier than the older generation.
Yeah, we're connected.
Yeah, you're very connected.
What would you say concerns you the most about the future of African tourism?
What concerns me the most is our ability to balance sustainability and other forms of our economic activity, like mining, for instance.
Oh yes, that's
Because
a big one.
you see, mining, fortunately or unfortunately, has superseding rights than a lot of other economic activities.
Okay.
For instance, if we were to find diamonds where we are, the law says diamonds must be mined.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's the law.
Yes. The mining is superseding rights basically over anything else. If they were to find gold under your house,
Then it has to be mine.
gold will take precedent. So I'm saying, in my experience within the region and in our country, it's that balance we need to strike. Like if you look at our coal belt here in Zimbabwe, it stretches right from Pandamatenga all the way to Gokwe.
Okay.
This is through Wange. All
This is through Wange.
Yeah. And we've got Wange as a national park, and there's coal in there. Will we hold on to what we have, which is what we have always done, to say no mining in that area? You understand?
Yes.
So,
I get.
to me, those are the threats of the future that I think we may need to be careful and watch it, to say we don't end up encroaching onto land that has been designated for wildlife, for our nature and flora to flourish because of other economic needs. To me, that is my biggest worry.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. I think the serious stuff we've covered it,
Yeah.
but I just want to do what you call quick fire questions. Basically, I'm just giving you two options. Don't overthink.
Sure.
Just give me the quickest, the first answer that comes
Sure.
to your mind. Quick fire. Safari or beach?
Safari.
Safari. I don't know. I haven't done the beach properly. I think I would go the other way. Window seat or aisle?
Window seat all the time.
One destination in Africa everyone should visit at least once.
Victoria Falls.
Oh yeah. One tourism trend that you'd ban tomorrow.
Come again?
One tourism trend that you'd ban tomorrow. Something that's happening that would be like, no, this I would get rid of.
Can we come back to this?
All right.
This is a tough one.
One marketing campaign that you wish you had created.
A go to Zimbabwe marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Not go to Vic Falls. Go to Zimbabwe.
Go to Zimbabwe. Visit
Yes.
Zimbabwe type
Visit
thing.
Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first thing you notice when you're checking into a hotel,
The staff.
the staff.
Yes.
All right. One country currently getting tourism marketing absolutely right.
Rwanda.
Rwanda. And then the last one, your most memorable travel experience that you've ever had.
Was sailing the Mediterranean
Oh, wow. How long were you in there?
for 14 days.
That's a long time. Did
Yes.
you get seasick? I've never understood how those work. Can you just briefly?
It was a very beautiful trip. It was
Yeah.
all the time during my birthday month of October.
Yes.
I try and do something unique and different.
Yes.
So this one I did Egypt,
Okay.
then I did Italy, then I flew into a very interesting country by Syria, and then sailed the Mediterranean, went to Greece, because it was actually very interesting, because
Yeah.
when I was growing up, I thought those names I was reading in the Bible were in heaven.
Oh,
Ephesus,
yes.
Corinth, and all those.
Yes.
So when I grew up, I wanted to experience them, to walk
Yes.
and touch,
touch the
surface
ground.
and
Yeah.
say I was where Paul was.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, wow. Oh,
it
wow.
was a beautiful, beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And obviously the seasickness, you need to prepare for it. Either
Yeah.
there's some tablets that they give you, or I had some stickers that I'd put.
Yeah.
Although one day we had a very interesting experience on the sea.
Okay.
I mean the sea can be calm.
Oh, it can
and
be
it
calm,
can
then it can
change,
change and be rough.
any time and be rough.
And,
we were coming from mainland Turkey, going into an island that we were in Bodrum, where we were staying, and we had waves that were hitting all the way to the top of the boat. That we had hired an 8-cabin boat with friends, and
but still.
that was, this is a wave that's almost 12 meters high.
Yes.
Your
yes.
boat is about 10 meters high from the water,
Yeah.
the water level, but
Yeah.
now it's hitting bigger than you, and you're driving
And I'm
into
sure
that.
you heard prayers in different languages.
I can tell you, if I've ever been dead, I died several times that day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was an experience enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A final question. Imagine we're having this conversation 10 years from now.
Yeah.
What would you like the world to be saying about African tourism and about Zimbabwe 10 years from now?
I want the whole world to say thank you, Africa, thank you, Zimbabwe, for looking after what the whole world entrusted you with,
Yeah.
because you have done it sustainably. And we still have rhinos, we still have lions, we
Yes.
still have all these animals intact and able, roaming freely in the world. To me, that is the future I would want us to look back to and have that conversation, to say we did our part to operate sustainably, so that the whole world can still experience and see this wildlife that we entrusted with.
Oh, wow. Mr. Musonza, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this conversation. Really, I hope that people out there, you're going to pick some serious. I believe you gave us some nuggets, some serious insights. When it comes to luxury tourism and in general. And of course, this has been Views and Vibes. I like to say this, that in the end, to say that if you're watching this at this point, it means you actually watched us right through to the end. And thank you so much to Mr. Musonza. I need to read this. So when I came here, I said he's the head of marketing and sales. No, it's no longer that. We're talking director here. So the proper term now is sales and marketing director. That is Africa Albida Tourism, right? I don't know if you want to say something about the group. Maybe if there's new things that you're doing in 60 seconds or something.
Sure.
There's a lot going on here. When I came here, I saw you're setting up solars here.
That's correct.
Last month, I actually wrote an article about something that you're bringing in. But maybe if you can just let people know into what's happening.
That's correct. Thank you so much, JVan. As Africa Albida Tourism Group, obviously we operate under the brand Victoria Falls Safari Collection. We have a lot of developments that are taking place within our business, and obviously the element of sustainability we're talking about is very central to how we do our business.
Yeah.
And at the moment we're actually putting a solar farm that will be able to take off us off-grid 75% of our power needs within the business in the next month, and we'll be launching it actually by in July. And that is a critical development in terms of our sustainability element, where we want to use what God has given us, which is the lots of sun, and we can convert it into power. But over and above that, we have done quite a lot of investment into the MICE facilities with our new Indaba conference room coming up. It will actually have its first conference, which is a UN conference, coming up mid-July. But over and above that, we are actually in the process of launching our premium all-inclusive boutique villas. There will be 13 of them. 3 that are family villas, which will have 2 bedrooms, and 10 that are individual villas, each with its own plunge pool, called Abida Victoria Falls. And this is basically us paying homage to our holding company, which is Africa Abida Tourism. And we are putting this product really for that high-end, ultra-luxury traveler who wants an all-inclusive package. And you may want to know what is involved. You know, all your meals included, your accommodation, private transfer from the airport, helicopter rides, and you can have your private boat rides, etc. So it's really a very slow the pace type of experience, where guests come through, they want to enjoy that ultra-luxury in a unique setting that is calmer, quiet, slow, and not really rushed.
And personal.
Very personal. Very, very personal, because you will have butlers looking after you. So it's really a very, very, very personalized product that we're offering. And really, finally, as a business, we are always forward-looking, and we would want to make sure all our developments are done in a more sustainable manner, and in a manner that brings improvement to the quality of what we deliver as Destination Victoria Falls and as Destination Zimbabwe.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Musonza,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To everyone out there, make sure you click a like and make sure you subscribe, and also feel free to actually share this episode. My name is Jonathan, aka DJ JVan, and this has been Views and Vibes with JVan. Till next time, Ayoba. Thank you so much.